Okay, so I'll send you two videos. The first one you'll get will be probably the long video of the actual house and the property. I did, hi, it's nice, always nice to put a face with a name and a voice. But with that, I wanted to go over a few things that are a little bit easier. Just go ahead and knock them out of the way when it comes to videos and purchasing a manufactured home. A lot of times that there's certain requirements that VA and FHA loans and mortgage companies require. They require these certain parameters of a manufactured home. It goes down to how the house is placed on the foundation. If the center blocks are put on concrete pillars, as well as are the tie downs in concrete. There needs to be specific safety requirements when it comes to other structures attached to the house. They actually technically should not be attached to the house, so they have to have they mainly have to be a freestanding structure, and the house has to be a freestanding structure. So behind me, that front porch, they're gonna probably write that up, and some things are gonna need to be addressed on it before they would actually approve it. The good thing is the roof work is brand new. The AC is working. Seems like it's functional. And there's some rotted wood, peeling paint that would all need to be addressed before VA would actually approve this. We also have, it looks like we're missing one of the tags on the interior of the house that needs to be there for a manufactured home per the HUD restrictions, and VA and FHA goes through those HUD restrictions. So that's another issue with this house that we're going to run into, where we're going to have to actually ask the seller to apply to get a new one before we can probably even put in an offer on this house, and that's only if they're willing to do that. And then they could write up the skirting as if it's not braced properly under there. And so what it comes down to is there's a service that's called retrofitting. This house probably needs to be retrofitted to make sure that it goes along with the standards of VA and FHA guidelines. And so that usually can cost a couple of $1,000s to get the house retrofitted. That usually the sellers, in my experience, are a lot of times not willing to pay for that, because that kind of comes out of pocket. We also need a foundation certification, which the retrofitting company will do as well. The foundation certification, they have an engineer come out and actually certify that the foundation of this manufactured home is it passes the guidelines and makes sure that it is up to the standards of FHA and VA. So those are the major issues that come up with purchasing a manufactured home using a VA loan. It's not impossible for us to find a mortgage or a mobile home or manufactured home that will pass those. It's just one of those things that just want to let you know that these are some of the hurdles we're gonna come up against, because even if we like a house and say y'all love this house, y'all love this property, we're gonna have a few hurdles along the way to make sure that we can get this VA certified and approved for your loan. And then again, you'll see in the other video, there's a lot of I'm just gonna come out and say it looks like it's shoddy work. And so if it's shoddy work on the inside, it looks like there's shoddy work on the outside. Did the homeowner put this roof on? As he says, it's a brand new roof. Did the homeowner put this on, and the one that's done all the interior work? I would probably have a roofer come and inspect this roof and make sure that it's a sound roof. Absolutely would have a inspection on this house. On any house that we find that you put an offer on, I'm going to tell you we're going to go ahead and get an inspection on it. Unfortunately, it's a $400 to $500 extra expense on y'all's end, but it'll give you peace of mind that the house is actually structurally sound and that the plumbing, electrical, HVAC is working well, and there's not other major issues that you know, I don't see just by doing a visual walk around. So and even for y'all, so you know, the property is a nice property. I think it fits most of your criteria on what y'all are looking for. There's plenty of room here to park vehicles. You know, unfortunately, you have this kind of rundown, dilapidated house here on the side, and you know, that's not your property. So you have no say in what's going on there. That house could sit there and rot for the next 30 years and you can do nothing about it. So that's just something to keep in mind. You know, you could always put a privacy fence around it so you don't see it. You know, that is one thing you could do. But other than that, that's the main drawback on this property, is the fact that that house is kind of, you know, encroaching on this property in a sense. You know, technically it's not, but it is. You know, this property goes in a U around it. So, but there is plenty of room. The driveway is a mixture of, I'm just gonna say it's dirt. There is some rock here, but it's not really anything. It's dirt. It's sand. This is sand soil. So, you know, if that's something that you want rock, that's another expense you're gonna have to put into this house. So, you know, there's quite a bit of work with this house, and so I don't know if it's something y'all are going to be interested in, but hey, we've done a walkthrough. I'll shoot some pictures for you. I'll get those over to you, get the videos over to you, and then we can go from there. So, of course, if y'all have any questions, y'all know how to get a hold of me.